All right. Welcome back to the Daily Mastermind. George Wright III here. I am your host. If this is your first time joining us, today is our 500th episode. So you started at a good time. We've been going. I can't believe it's been 500 episodes. Several years we've been doing the podcast. But listen, I'm super excited, even going into this next year, to continue to bring you your inspiration, motivation, and education for your daily rituals. So let's get started today, being that it's episode 500, with the quote of the day. The quote of the day is, "A lifestyle is what you pay for. A life is what pays you." A lifestyle is what you pay for. A life is what pays you. That's so true, and I think we're going into the first of the year and we're talking about creating our life, creating a life that's worth living. And, if you can create the right kind of life, the life of fulfillment and happiness, it really does pay dividends to you. And I think it's a very important thing for us to think about. We think about work, we think about relationships, we think about all kinds of different things, but creating a life, a lifestyle, a life that pays you back, man, that's a great thought. So, okay, wow, 500 episodes. I started this podcast many, many years ago, primarily for myself, to be quite honest, just to have a kind of a daily routine. I love personal development, I love financial education, and I love business. And so I was able to have a median to be able to focus on all those things. And so, I thought I'm going to start with the goal to really inspire, motivate, and educate you as the listener, as well as my family, friends, partners, and people that I work with. And it's become a real passion project of mine. I've never really done anything to try to monetize it. It's not really been the goal. But I felt if I could stay around my passion of personal development, financial education, and business, that it would lead to a lot of great things for a lot of people. And over the years, we've had a bunch of different types of things, but this next year, you're going to see some formats change up, and we're going to be ramping up a lot more in other areas. I am going to be conducting a lot more interviews, even despite my busy schedule. Interviews, I think, bring a lot of context for individuals, and you learn a lot of great skills as well. We're also going to be launching our mastermind and our academy mastermind groups. We're going to be doing, I'll be doing more lives on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. The goal with that is really to do more interaction. As a CEO and a mentor, I want to be able to be that for you as well. And Q&A, I love hitting, Q&A. I love to be able to address problems, obstacles, and things that you may have. And so we'll do more of those lives. And we're going to be adding a lot of content to the mobile app, daily meditations, challenges each month, courses, and things that you'll have access to. So I encourage you to listen, you might have listened to some of the content, you might be off and on, you might find value in some podcasts and not others. But what I would encourage you to do is to use the Daily Mastermind as a resource for your daily rituals. We talk about the fact that daily rituals will help you to create that discipline and ultimately the results in your life. And I know that most people think of daily rituals, they think of things like meditation and journaling and reading and things. I want to suggest that my goal with the Daily Mastermind mobile app and podcast is going to be to provide you easy, on-the-go access to all that type of stuff. Our podcasts are going to host and kind of highlight the personal, financial, business, lifestyle, and motivation topics. And we're going to cycle through those. So if you're listening to the Daily Mastermind, you're going to get some personal development, inspiration, motivation. You're going to get some business strategies. You're going to get some financial and investing. But with the mobile app, it's also a resource you can go to where you can find meditations, both guided and unguided, ebooks. We'll be adding audiobooks again. Journaling, affirmations. We'll have checklists and accountability tabs so that you can knock out your rituals and submit those as well, so that you know that you have an accountability partner. That's what we want to do for you. So along those lines, I'd love to get some feedback from you if you have topics or resources or ideas or things you'd like me to build into the mobile app or things that you'd like me to provide in the podcast. Let me know. This resource is here for you. We're doing it for you, to provide you what you need to take and create the best version of yourself, the best life that you can live. And that's why I'm here. So what I wanted to do today, just as kind of a thank you and a celebration of our 500th episode, is I want to be able to give you a free gift. And that gift is one that I personally have gone through. Back in, the early days of building my education company, I got a mentor, Robert Stuberg, as you know, who has later gone on to become a good friend and partner. But he took me through one of his programs that he created at Nightingale Conant called Creating Your Ultimate Destiny. And he had created several programs while he was developing programs for Tony Robbins and Wayne Dyer and Deepak Chopra and Barbara DeAngelis and Brian Tracy and all these guys and gals. He created his own program called Creating Your Ultimate Destiny. And the year he launched that, it outperformed all of the major programs. And I think the reason it did is the same reason I'm excited to be able to share that with you, and that it's got 12 of the most probably powerful principles that you can find when it comes to personal development and financial education. They're principles that I think will really help you in your life this coming year. And it's one of the core topics that we'll cover more and more throughout this podcast. But we have basically a full course. I want to provide you, normally we sell this for $230, $240, $250, but I want to give you the entire PDF of this course. It's 120 pages, and it's free. There's no charge for it. It's going to be my gift to you for listening and being a loyal listener. It's 120-something, 130 pages. And what I'm going to do is just highlight for you real quick the topics that it covers, because I think these are things that will really help you. The first topic it covers is what is your ultimate destiny, and it really talks a lot about your beliefs, because we have to decide to be happy. We have to decide to be intentional with our life. And so that's the first chapter. The second chapter is how to live your destiny. And that's through your decisions and doing what you love and doing things and making decisions that will help you to do that. The third chapter talks about destiny shaping decisions. Now that you're focused on your decisions, what are your actions going to be and deciding to shape your life? The fourth chapter is redefining your identity. And this is a really big one, because mastering your identity and your belief in who you are and what you're going to be accomplishing in life is very important and critical as well. And throughout this whole course, Robert shares stories and strategies, and it's interactive. It's more like a guidebook and a workbook as well, because you can go through and analyze different parts of your life. So I'm just giving you the real high level detail of what the chapters cover, and we go into detail and strategies and things throughout it. The fifth chapter is extending your knowledge, and this is your education. This is learning how to take knowledge and turn it into wisdom and application, because education alone is worthless unless you apply it. Chapter 6 is questions that will shape your life. And this is your focus. What are the questions that you're asking yourself? What are you focused on? Developing your imagination, things like that. And then chapter 7 is going to cover discovering your life's purpose. And this is a really good one, because this is going to go through your unique talents, your personal mission statements, your unique talents, things that you can do to really hone in on what you're excellent and passionate about. Chapter 8 is going to cover taking control of your emotions and your feelings. Now, this is one that we struggle with a lot of times. And so how do you identify the emotions you're looking for, and how do you manage the emotions that you're struggling with? Chapter 9, we're going to talk about your definition of wealth and accumulating and appreciating wealth. And this involves everything from financial to health to relationships and all of that. So we're not just talking money wealth. Chapter 10, we get into freeing yourself from adversity. And this is all about you being resolved that you can get through circumstances and situations, and covering and dealing with adversity is a really big topic. The 11th chapter talks about the power of influence and your relationships and your ability to network and create influence in your life and in your business. And this is a great chapter, especially for those of you that are building personal brands as well. And then finally, and I love kind of the topic of this final chapter in this course, and it's creating certainty in an uncertain world. And it's the idea that it takes courage and it takes intention to be able to create certainty in an uncertain world. And so these are the topics that are covered in this course. I wanted to be able to offer that to you as a special gift. And there's a couple of ways that you can get it. I'm going to make it pretty simple for you, but I'm still going to make you jump through a couple of hoops here. All you need to do is you need to send me one important, probably your top one. I'd love for it to be your top one. But send me one commitment that you're going to be making and changing in the coming year. One change or one commitment you're going to make in your life in 2022 that you're excited to be able to be committed to. And if you'll send that to me, and it doesn't have to, you can literally just list it. It's fine. You can either message me in the mobile app. So listen real carefully. You can get on the mobile app and just message me, or you can send that in a brief email to george@g3worldwide.com. So if you were to just email me at george@g3worldwide.com, give me your information and let me know what your number one commitment is that you're going to change this coming year, or do that in the mobile app, then this is going to be my gift to you. We like to be able to provide you with this. This is going to be 120, 130-page course, Creating Your Ultimate Destiny. So I want you to have a good week this weekend. This week and the weekend, because it's New Year's weekend this coming weekend. But I also want to challenge you to do something for me this week. In addition to that free gift, I'd love for you to just take 5 minutes, and I want you to spend some time and visualize what you feel and what you know you would like to accomplish, what your life would be like 1 year from now. So December 31st, 2022, at the end of next year, what will your life look like? What will you be doing? What will your career and business look like? Be specific. How big will it be? Will it have grown? What kind of revenue will it do? What do you see yourself doing? What will your relationships look like a year from now? What will your health look like 1 year from now? What will your mindset and your perspective look like? How will things be different than they are right now? I want you to take a minute and visualize what you see your life like at the end of next year. And I want you to do that for me just as a challenge this week, and maybe even include in that, what your contribution is going to be to the world around you over the coming year. I would love for you to do that. I would love to be able to get you this gift. So email me at george@g3worldwide.com. Tell me what your number one commitment is you're going to make this next year. And I look forward to talking with you throughout the week. We got a couple of cool interviews that we're dropping, and I'm looking forward to launching a new amount of curriculum that's going to be coming, and some new motivation and inspiration for you in the coming years next week when we start January. So have an amazing day. My name is George Wright III, and this has been the Daily Mastermind. Talk to you tomorrow.